Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Today let's have another look at Nirai Kanai, and I think this might be the first time after he was released that 3-day period for the first time. So I was very much looking forward to this one. And real quick, I'll talk about this first stage. We want to get rid of these aqua dragons within the first, I guess it's 3 to 5 turns, or else they will hit us with a one-hit KO, so very important to get everybody here quickly. And then gimmicks here are warps and gravity barriers, and there are very few monsters with both of these abilities, even less so green monsters. So we have to kind of choose which gimmick we want to address more. And yeah, we need green monsters specifically because this is a colossal quest. And then colossal quests have an extra multiplier to damage taken, or damage prevented rather, and then damage done by attacks. So it's almost required to have all green monsters, which kind of limits us. And then here, the second stage, it helps to start out at the top half of the screen, so that we can get rid of these line of guys as early as we can. If I were to... well, there are different playstyles, but when I play a Nirai Kanai, I like to have null warp more than a null gravity barrier. Null gravity barrier, it will slow you down, but if your speed is high enough, you can still kind of get where you need to go, just to get that attack on a guy or to set off a bump combo. But the warps can send you in a direction that you really don't want to go, so that's more, I guess, frustrating to me to not have, is null warp, which is why I go heavy on that. Okay, second stage. These two sharkmen, they'll come out every other turn after a few turns, and we want to take them down at the same time since they revive each other. And this is a little bit difficult. It's kind of like that second stage of Avalon where we need to get rid of the two Diablos. And it's also very difficult to get both of these sharkmen in one hit. It'll usually take maybe 2, possibly even 3 attacks, 3 turns to take them down. One good way is to be on top of one of the horizontal blocks on the left or the right, and then when they come up, just go left and right, and that's a good way to do that in one turn. But that's a little bit on the difficult side. Alright, third stage. There are a couple of new elements here. The aqua dragons are the same. We want to take them down within a few number of turns. We also see an angler here at the bottom, and then what he does is that he will heal the mini-boss or the boss of the stage. If we take him down, then he will shoot out a healing wall, which will last a few turns. And then that's the only way to heal in this mission. There are no hearts, so we kind of want to save the angler for the right turn for us to do healing. And then although he does do a healing on the boss or mini-boss of the stage, it's not enough to really be worried about, so we can indeed save him for when we need him. Alrighty, we'll just wash back and forth, do some damage to the boss. If we need some healing, we can do like here, where we, just kind of not do an attack on the boss. Or we can do an up and down attack, where we hit the blocks and hit the healing wall, and then hit the blocks, etc., etc. Okay, so first appearance of the mini-boss, and then kind of the most important thing about him here is that he has his spear, and then he has the armor around his spear. We want to take down that armor and spear as quickly as possible, because while those two things are out, Nirai Kanai's, one of his attacks is kind of upgraded. So first few turns I like to get rid of the spear first if I can, and then after that I can take down a number of anglers so that lots of healing walls come out. And then after that, then we can do damage to the boss. So there we saw the upgraded attack with the cross laser. If we take out the spear, which we just did there, it will just be the horizontal laser. Okay, I think this will finally give me a chance to talk about my team. First I'm using Da Vinci X. She is an extreme drop monster, just came out the other day. Pierce with a Null Warp. And she has a Meteor Strike Shot, which can be very helpful on the last stage, since we're on a real time crunch on that last stage. And her Ableberry, she has a style Kin Strength Ableberry. So that means she has a Pierce, so all Pierce monsters on my team will get plus 1000 attack. And so that's everybody. So that's a really helpful Ableberry to have. Okay, next mini-boss stage, we have two of Nirai Kanai. The one in the lower right is the real one. So we want to get rid of that shield. We want to do damage to the main version of Nirai Kanai. And then if possible, we want to stay away from his ball art's upper half, since he'll shoot out another horizon laser there. And yeah, so what I do is I just kind of do a left to right attack, and I try to position them at the bottom half of the monster. Alright, so there my positioning was no good, so Robin Hood took a good bit of damage. Yeah, mostly left to right attacks, that's what I do, but there I saw a good chance for Da Vinci to do a vertical attack, so we went for that. And then on this stage I find that the healing walls are kind of in inconvenient positions, so I don't really worry about healing on this stage. Just focus totally on attack. Okay, next character I'm using is Cholsen, or Diao-chan Ascension. She is another Pierce. She does not have any null abilities, but surprisingly I found that it's not that big of a deal. She gets slowed down in the gravity barriers, and then she gets picked up by the warps. But again, gravity barriers, not that big a deal for the way that I play here. And then the warps, if I can, I try to avoid them. And they're actually usually a non-factor. She does have a null everything strike shot, so when the time is right, I can use that and then ignore the warps and gravity barriers. But it also does a good amount of damage, so I definitely want to save that for damage when I can. She also has, what is it? The water resistance, so she'll take less damage from all attacks here. Okay, first boss stage. Same basic idea here. We have the Aqua Dragons, we want to get rid of them first, and then we have the Anglers, which will shoot at healing walls. And then again, Nirai Kanai has the Spear. If we take down the Spear, then we will sort of downgrade that attack. One new thing here, though, is that the center number on Nirai Kanai, which is at number 2 right now, that's a Fallen Angel attack where he will make all of our guys have 1 hit point. So we want the healing walls from the Anglers to come out at the right time so that we can heal from that Fallen Angel attack. Or we can do what we do here and just take down the boss before that Fallen Angel attack comes out. And that's preferable. And if we can start that stage in the upper half of the screen, we can just go straight to doing damage to the boss, and then getting around that Fallen Angel attack. Okay, second boss stage. First thing that we want to do, of course, is get rid of that row of guys at the top. There are no Anglers here, so there's no healing, but Nirai Kanai does not have the Fallen Angel attack, so we can breathe a little bit easier there. Alright, so here's a place where Cholsen kind of needs to get around the warps. So we'll do an angle like that, set off some bump combos, and that was fine. No problem there. And yeah, once the row of guys is gone at the top, then we'll just focus on doing damage to the boss. And I would say of the 3 boss stages, this one is the easiest. Probably because the little guys are all in a row. We can get rid of them in a hurry. And then the boss does not have the Fallen Angel attack, so. And then these Sharkmen, they do come out, but it's not worth paying attention to them. We can ignore them. Okay, to continue with my team introduction, I'm next using a Gabrielle Ascension. She is also Pierce, Null Gravity, Pierce Null Warp with water resistance. Strong bump combo, which comes in handy for taking down anglers and aqua dragons in particular. And then a meteor strike shot, which will be helpful on this last stage since we want to get rid of this bottom row of guys. So we'll go ahead and use that. Get one touch on the boss. Alrighty, and then finally I'm using a Robin Hood Ascension. He is a Pierce with both Null Gravity Barrier and Null Warp, so he's my most mobile guy. His strike shot is the homing strike shot, and I don't think it's that useful in this mission, so I don't usually use it. He does have a strong bump combo, which is also good for taking down anglers and aqua dragons. Alright, let's use Da Vinci X's Meteor Strike Shot. We'll take down the Bahamut and then hit the boss. Take down the spear, so that downgrades the attack. And then also stun the boss. This is a nice effect. It only has maybe like a 10% chance of getting off, but still very, very welcome. It skips the boss's next 2 turns. And actually, if I could time that so that I could skip the Fallen Angel attack, that would be a big, big help. But I don't think it's worth going out of your way to get that to happen. It's better just to use it to get rid of that row of guys at the bottom. Alrighty, so here, it's much more difficult to take down the boss before the Fallen Angel attack comes out. So taking him down before it comes out is not an option in most cases. So we are going to have to use the Angler Healing technique. So we see that we have 1 turn left before the Fallen Angel attack comes out. We will take down the Angler, set up the healing walls, and then we will be able to take the attack and then heal the next turn. And actually we'll be able to heal the next 2 turns, since Nirai Kanai's first attack after the Fallen Angel attack is the downward pointing laser, which our guys are not going to take because they're in good position. So even if we didn't get healing in on that first turn, we would have another chance here to do the healing. But we definitely want to do the healing here, since the next attack is a homing attack, and we can't avoid that. Alright, homing attack comes out, and now, basically, it's 3 turns until the boss's ultimate attack. So we have 3 turns to do all the rest of the damage to the boss. And as you saw there, if we can kind of get in between the blocks, we can get multiple hits on the boss, and that's very powerful. Okay, 1 turn left until the ultimate attack. We'll go ahead and use Chosen's Strike Shot. Null everything, and then it gives her a multiplier to speed and attack. And actually I found that Strike Shot is kind of my finisher. I used Da Vinci and Gabriel's Meteor to kind of clear all the little guys out of the stage. And then after that healing and Fallen Angel attack, then I'll use a Chosen's Strike Shot to do the bulk of the damage. Okay, so that was my, I guess that's going to be my main farming team for Nirai Kanai. This 2-hour window of the mission went pretty well, so maybe Nirai Kanai Max Luck is looking like something possible on the horizon. Alright, thanks for watching, and good luck with the mission. Take care.